So let's start, no? So this is GE113 Hydrographic Surveying, and I'm your instructor for this semester, Engineer Arnaldo. And here is for the authors and contributors of this material na gigamit for this presentation. And here is for the copyright notice. The important part of this copyright notice is only the PDF file is given to you as a students, no, and you are not allowed to distribute any of these materials of the course, or even in this course for this lecture notes atong orientation karon, without authorization or any permission from the authors of the material, and for the Department of Geodetic Engineering and of the Caraga State University. So without further ado, let's go to the course description and details for this subject. So basically, GE113 is a 3 units course, consisting of 2 units lecture and 1 unit for laboratory. So hydrographic surveying covers all about the introduction of hydrographic surveying, the principles and methods of sounding and bathymetry, the precise instrumentations for hydrographic surveying, and application of hydrographic surveying. So merely, hydrographic surveying is all about surveying on the water bodies, from the word itself, hydro. So ang ato ang itakal dria is all about measurements of the tides, measurement of water levels, the flow measurements, and etc. So it consists of 2 units lecture, so we have 2 hours every week for this lecture, and 3 hours for 1 unit laboratory of the laboratory exercises. So let's go to the course outcomes. These are the expected outputs after you complete this course, the GE113. First is you can apply the theories of hydrographic surveying in mapping, volume computations, and discharge determinations, and among others. So afterwards, after the end of this course, you are able to compute the volume of the water, of the reservoir, the discharge of the streams, and to make a map, and more necessary informations na atong ma-measure from the water bodies. Next outcomes of this course is to identify, plan, and acquire information necessary for related marine products for different applications. So before mag-start sa survey, of course there is a planning stage, planning stage for saan to pag-execute ang survey, so sa field, and you are also able to identify the study area or the locations that you are going to make the measurements, and to collect or acquire informations or data related to marine products for different applications. So ang ato ang makuha na data from the field is atong i-process and to make a useful information for different applications na pwede gamitan sa hydrographic survey. Next is execute systematic surveys for data collection at different water bodies. So maka-experience ta ani og different situations, like for example, we are going to measure, or we are going to have a field on the streams, The others are, if ever naamoy dugol ng mga rivers sa inyo, so we can conduct laboratory exercises with that. Next is and pinaka-last ni siya nga student outcome, process the collected hydrographic data and produce outputs such as maps, plans, charts, and among others. So this mo na akong istorya kaganina, na ang part na to as a geodetic engineers is we are going to collect data sets, or collect spatial data sets, and after na ma-collect is we need to process the informations na ato ang nag-gather, and then so that we can produce a maps, plans, and charts depende sa unsay pwede na ma-output sa ato ang expected na gihimo nga measurements. Sige, dayon ta. Let's go to the course outline. So, these are the topics that we are going to discuss, no, during the entire semester. Okay, so first topic, or the topic 1 of this course, is all about the hydrography and hydrographic surveying. So under the hydrography and hydrographic surveying, we have different subtopics. So we are going to discuss all about the definition of the hydrography and a brief history kung asa nag-start, or unsay gikanon sa hydrography na principles. Next is the fields of competence associated with hydrography. So in this subtopic, no, we are going to discuss the sciences that are associated with hydrography. So for example, oceanography, no? We are also dealing with mathematics, no? Physics for currents and waves, no? Things like that na atong i-discuss in this subtopic. Next is we're going to discuss hydrographic surveying and also the differentiation between the two, the hydrography and the hydrographic surveying. So ito na i-discuss during a part. And the specifications and standards of hydrographic surveying. So for the topic 2, we'll be dealing more on the planning on the hydrographic survey. So expected, no, that if we're going to have a survey, no, or siguro it's a protocol na, no, na pag natay survey na i-conduct, so there is always a planning stage so that everything is will be under control, no, if you are going in the field. Smooth ang atong pag-conduct sa atong survey if we plan, no, the survey. So in this part, we will be discussing the hydrographic project, no, and assessment of survey tasks, no, delegation of tasking, no, sa kinsay involved na parties, no, kinsay tao na pwede mo associate pag inaning aspect, no, for the external affairs, no, and merely more on tasking. And also, we are going to discuss the detailed survey planning. Atong i-discuss diri ang unsay steps and methods or how to make, no, a survey plan. So next is the ancillary observations, no, survey team organization. So kinsa ang atong chief of party, kinsa ang ato ang kinsa involved for the data collection team, no, kinsa ang sa communications team, no, sa logistics, and so on. Next is the compilation and checking of data. So in this part, no, the method on how we can consolidate, no, the data sets na kung acquire, kung sakto ba, and if there is, no, unexpected na mahimo na adyo yung mali sa ato ang pag-collect sa itong data, then we can rerun, no, the survey if ever. The next is the operation program development, and lastly is the operation duration and cost estimates. Of course, no, this is the important part, no, in the in planning a survey. So we need to plan, no, kung pila ra day atong expected duration, pila ra day dapat ka days, kung if ever nani siya nga specific na project, no, kung dahay na atay mag-conduct tag bathymetric survey sa isa ka river. So we need to plan kung pila ra dapat na ka days mahitabo, no. And also the important part is the estimation of the cost, no, kay para maandaman kung pila ang budget sa ato ang isa ka project. And next is the liaison with the outside authorities. So of course, we need to secure permissions, no, sa lugar na kung asa ta, no, ka under mo na sa ilahang jurisdictions, no. For example, in Butuan City, so we need to have a permission, no, to conduct such the surveys in City Hall of Butuan City, so that legal ang ato ang pag-collect sa data sets, no, and if ever there is interfering, no, nga naimo musita sa inyo sa field, so there is a legal paper that you can show to the authorities nga nagsita sa inyo. So to make things to make all things, no, sa ato ang survey is legal, so we should ask the permission of the outside authorities. So another important siguro outside authorities, no, kanang Philippine Coast Guards, no, if ever kung duol ka sa mga pantalan, no, sa mga ports authorities, so ato na silang pananghirat and naatay i-conduct na yung aning activities. So next topic, the topic 3 is all about the hydrographic positioning methods. So in this part, no, more on solving how we can locate the certain location, no, since kay we are dealing with the water bodies, no, na tendency na mag-collect tag data sets, no, nga nakasakay ta og bangka, nakasakay tag barko or baruto, no. So we should know the techniques, no, on how to get the position of that certain location, no, without compromising the accuracy of the surveys. So in this part, we are going to discuss all about the syntax stations. Syntax station, or nakitawag na ito nga false stations. Next is resection. So resection is merely getting a known point, no, using 3 known points nga naa sa known points nga imong gamiton to get the certain location of the point unknown. For example, ang unknown nimo is katong naka sa bangka, no? So we are going to use the 3 known locations in the seashore, no, para makuha na to ang certain location and position of the boat, no, kung asa ka naka-position. And we'll be dealing also other related methods in hydrographic surveying. So nadya po si triangulation, no, si trilateration, and other conventional na mga positioning methods. Okay, syempre, before ta maka-establish yung control sa seashore or sa shoreline, so we're going to conduct the different positioning methods na atong nahibawan conventionally. Next is the topic 4, which is all about the depth measurement using underwater sensors and acoustic instruments rather. So in this part, we will be going to deal or discuss all about the echo sounder operations. Echo sounder is a technology or an instrument that acquires, no, an instrument that used to measure the depth, no, of the specific water bodies using the sound waves. So ito na siyang i-discuss, no, during this part. And in echo sounder, there are 2 types of echo sounders, the single beam echo sounders and the multi-beam echo sounders. So ito nang i-discuss diri na topic sa topic 4. There are also side scan or oblique sonars, no? Part po niya sa echo sounder operations. And the airborne laser method, kana we are using aerial platform, no, to measure the depth of the waters. So there are also many available data, no, about sa output, no, sa airborne laser method. Okay, so let's go to the topic 5, which is all about the water level measurements. So in this topic, we will be dealing or tackling all about the tides, no, the importance of tides, how tides works, no, what are the causes of tides, the effects of tides, no, in the everyday living nato, lalo na especially sa water levels, no. Ano makaapekto man si tides sa pagtaas o pag-ubos sa atong tubig, no. So ato nang i-discuss dira. Then another subtopic for this part is the tidal measurements and predictions. excuse me, ever na nag-chat. Nabi nag-chat. Yes, Orihuela, you're raising your hand. Okay, sige. Dayon ta. So again, no, sa water level measurements, we're going to discuss the tides, no, and water levels, and the second one is the tidal measurement. So if we know all about the effects of tides, no, the causes and effects of tides in the water levels, then we should also know how to measure the tides and how to predict, no? Okay, there is also different website, no, na atong magamit for predictions, no, na ginagamit po usually sa mga disaster operations na mga disaster management operations ng mga agencies. So ato na i-discuss diri mga part. Then for topic 6, no, is all about flow measurements na siya, class. So, there is a typo error. So flow measurements, which involves stream velocity. So we need to measure, no, from the conventional to the new one. Ato ang i-discuss diri. Stream velocity, how to get the velocity of the flowing water, no? Then we are also going to discuss, no, the conventional or the kung wala tayo available na velocity meter or current meter, so we can use the conventional one. So mo nang ato ya pong discuss floats, no, kanang mga palutaw, no, the conventional one. So we are going to discuss also with the floats. And next is the current meters, no, which is the current trends in how to measure the flow measurements, no. So current meters are instruments, no, that are able to calculate the current, no, of the specific water body. So nadira ang velocity, no, discharge, and so on. And we are also going to discuss the acoustic Doppler current profiler or kanang ADCP. So si ADCP is instrument, no, na can able to calculate the flow of the water, such as the velocity, the discharge, no, automatically maka-create siya or maka-calculate siya of discharge, no. So atong i-recall ang ato ang knowledge all about the discharge measurements, no, which is the discharge that is equal to surface area, no, or cross-sectional area times the velocity. So mo nang diri sa flow measurements, we need to learn first on the how to collect the stream velocity and how to get the cross-sectional area, so that if nanatay nga anak makakuha din ta og discharge. But si ADCP is automatic na siya mo calculate og discharge of the certain stream. And also we are going to discuss the methods on determining, no, the mean velocity of the specific water bodies. Atong i-discuss dira nga part. So for topic 7, we need to discuss, no, all about the methods of measuring this stream discharge. So under na niya atong i-discuss, no, the methods and the velocity area method. So given nga na kay velocity, na kay area, then we can measure the discharge. Okay, kung ano naman na siya, discharge is equals, di ba, QAB, if you are familiar with the formula, no? Q for discharge and A for cross-sectional area and V for velocity method. Then another method to get the discharge of a stream is the slope area method. So ato nang i-discuss diri. So more on solving gap ni diri nga part. Topic 8, no, the second to the last topic for this course is the reservoir, no, capacity calculations, no, or kanang sa mga ponds, no. Example sa reservoir is ponds, a certain lake, no. So nga na So there are different methods, no, on how to get the volume of the reservoir. So first is the cross-sectional method, and second one is the control method. So duha lang naka method ato ang i-discuss diri ano part. So these are the two basic, no, or two fundamental methods that we are that are employed, no, on how to get the volume or the capacity of a certain reservoir. Then lastly, for topic 9 is all about nautical charts. Nautical charts kanang ginagamit sa mga nautical agencies, no, sa mga seafarers, no, mga seaman. So mogamit sila ingani sa charts kay ma-determine nila kung asa sila nga route moagi, given nga naa sila topography, no, sa ilalom, exhibit topography. And under the nautical charts, there are certain subtopics. First is the fundamentals of nautical charts. Next is we're going to discuss the special chart, no? So natin gitawag nga special charts. These are the charts that are going to be used for special projects na mo deploy, labi na sa katong mga critical na mga areas na anay daghan nga maybe there are major changes, no, sa topography sa seabed. So ginagamit na nila for special purposes. Also, special charts are used, no, in scientific studies. So next subtopic is the scales, no. We're going to discuss the scales of nautical charts, then accuracy of the charts, and how to read, no, the nautical charts. Ito na i-discuss dito. Then we have also international charts. Ato po nang i-discuss on how it works, and diyosa nila pagbuhat, no, kinsa ang agency na concerned na magbuhat ani nga mga charts, so on. Then chart numbering. So if you are familiar with Namria FB page, no, so ani nyo dito tayo na sila notice, no, na siya certain notice. Makita nyo dito nga gagamit sila sa different nautical charts na compile, no, or gina-update na siya as always mo na ay notice. Then makita niyo na yung mga numbering dito sa iyahang sa mga charts nga ilang gina-publish. So naay reason ana kung saan pag number, no. So ato nang i-discuss po diri sa nautical charts. Then what are unsay possible na gamitan sa ato ang charts, no, ato po nang i-discuss diri sa topic 9. Alright, so those are the topics, no, for GE 113. So there are 9 topics that we are going to discuss in the whole semester, 4 lectures na. And for laboratory exercises, we have I think 6 laboratory exercises for this course. So mao ni siya ang mga laboratory exercises. So again, so there are 6, I think, 6 laboratory exercises for this course. So for laboratory exercise 1, so ang ato ang laboratory exercise 1 is all about hydrographic survey plan preparation. So I'm going to for laboratory exercises, I'm going to group you in magdepende pa kung pila mo kabuk sa isa ka section, no, so ako pa nang i-determine. So I'm going to post it, no, maybe next week for laboratory exercise 1, and before ta mo go on with the laboratory exercise 1, so na may groupings, no, sa isa ka section. So randomly I'm going to pick, no, kung maybe tag unom ito, no, depende pa na sa inyong sections, no, mag update lang sa course LMS. So and that group mates, no, muna na imong group mates hangtod na sa mga na ato ang semester, no? And for laboratory exercise 2 is we're going to execute, no, how to get the location by 3-point resection, no? So since mo niya tong discuss sa topic 3, I think so you need to have a laboratory exercise in this one, 3-point resection. And for laboratory exercise 3 is all about bathymetric survey. So we need to have a location, a certain location, now where we can execute this laboratory exercise. A certain water body, then we need to have a survey with that certain water body. Okay. So for laboratory exercise 4, it's all about the measurement of stream velocity. So again, kita na puntag isa ka water body nung ato ang i-measure. So our certain stream maybe bisag dili pud siya suspended, no, kanang dili kaayo mag-flow ang water. So dapat na adjust movement sa water so that we can measure the velocity of that certain stream. Then for laboratory exercise 5 is the stream gauging and discharge calculations, no? So since nakakuha man taong velocity, kani sa exercise 4 sa exercise 5 is kuha na ni siya murag sumpay, no? Sumpay lang ni siya sa ato ang laboratory. So nagkuha tag velocity, so mag-stream gauging punta. So it means to say you need to get the water level, no, and the cross-sectional area of the certain locations, no, so that we can calculate the discharge of the specific water body. And lastly, for laboratory exercise number 6 is all about determining the water volume of lakes and reservoir, no? So it doesn't mean na lakes nga dako, no? Maybe a small water body, no, will do. Then we need to have a survey in that portion, in that area. Then ato na siyang kuhaan og volume of water, depende sa ato ang gamiton na method. So possible atong gamiton ani is atong area, no, area mo gamit ta og cross-sectional areas and using the formula of the Prismoid for laboratory exercise number 6. Right, so much for the laboratory exercises and lectures, no. Let's go to the references of this material as ako kakuha og ako ang i-discuss, no. So naa diri as a textbook and references. So we have the Manual on Hydrography, no, or the IHO publication chapter 13 or C13, no, International Hydrographic Organization. So this is available on this website. Or inyo rin i-type ang kuan, Manual on Hydrography. So mugawas na siya. Then we are also I am also using the Shortino 2010, but is specifically on chapter 5 lang, the hydrographic surveys in fishing harbor planning, construction management, FAO fisheries and aquatic technical paper 539. So available yapon siya no website sa fao.org. So for calculations, I am using the Anderson JM and Mikhail EM Surveying Theory and Practice 7th edition. I'm also using the another Theory and Practice, the 6th edition. So again, kang Anderson JM. Then also some part of the material is came from the IHO 2008. Again, it's on the standards of hydrographic surveys. So sa katong survey specifications nga part 3 ako nagkuha nga references. Then si Laput, Laput JP, the higher surveying, katong blue nga libro. So second edition. So dito po ko kakuha og mga material topics no on how to deliver this course sa inyo. Then, so much for the course orientation. So, let's go to the course management and class policies for this subject. So, this course no will be delivered online, no? Online for lectures via our university online learning management system or the MASAW LMS no, through this website. And we are proposing na for face-to-face classes for laboratory exercise. So, mag-wait na lang ni kung madayon or mag-grant, no? If ever mag-grant. So, if ever mag-grant, so, appeal si GE113 for face-to-face classes for laboratory exercises. So, hopefully, no? Na magkita-kita pa this semester for laboratory exercises in CSU to conduct your laboratory exercises. And so na naman tayo course LMS no, the GE113 Hydrographic Surveying, and I hope and I assume no nga all is enrolled na no sa ato ang course page. And if ever na ay dili pa enroll or basta nakaligtaan lang no, so kindly inform me if you are not officially enrolled in the MASAW LMS. So only the students officially enrolled in this course shall be given access to course LMS page. So katong dili enroll, dili siya pwede ma-enroll po sa course LMS. Students may need to manually request to be added as course participants by clicking the corresponding link in the LMS website. Again, if you are not officially enrolled in the course LMS, no, so kindly message me, no, para ma-assist ka na po sa pag-enroll. Then, students are required to participate no, in online course activities on a weekly basis. Okay, since each topic is will be given in weekly basis. So, na ay week na purely topic lang ta, lecture rather, then another week for laboratory exercises. Na ay week nga purely laboratory lang taan na week. So, next is the course activities will be delivered sequentially in accordance with the syllabus. No? Since atong i-discuss ka ganina no, na laboratory exercises na atay lectures. So those are our series of topics no atong i-discuss. So naka-sequence na siya based sa ato ang syllabus. Students shall participate in course activities by clicking the corresponding links in the Teaching Learning Activities or TLA and graded course requirements in the course LMS webpage. So, sa ato ang course LMS, so na nakabutan dito if ever course material, kung naka-URL ba to siya, no? Lecture materials such as PDF, no? Naka-plaster na siya sa isa ka topic, then you need to click na lang and to accomplish no the certain activity. And TLAs may consist of pre-recorded lecture videos no. So for this topic for this course no. So since na-handle na ko ni siya nga subject from the previous year, so nanay mga pre-recorded lecture videos, so utilize na to siya. Then also there will be time no na magpa-call ko for online meeting. For example, if naadyo naglisod no, sir murag di wag ko kasabot diri nga part, so para sa tanan no, dili lang kay ikaw lang ang i-special, so I need to conduct no a online lecture sa katong nga certain topic kung naad naglisod manggaling jud ko. Okay, para sa tanan no, dili lang kay sa isa lang ka estudyante. So we have also online forums no and online workshops na gina-implement ani nga course. So for online forum, so I'm be giving questions no, random questions from the topic no, to ensure nga gibasa ba jud ninyo ang atong lecture materials no. So I'll be collecting ideas, no, and of course graded siya po na siya, graded na siya na forum. Then any TLA or graded course requirement shall be completed, no, in or compiled on or before a date and time specified by the instructor before proceeding to the next TLA or graded course requirement. So for example, no, there are tendency na example for topic 1 na ako'y duha ka TLA, for example quiz and assignment. So there are certain there are tendencies, no, nga dili mo makaproceed sa pag sa next na or sa assignment kung dili pa niyo mahuman ang quiz. And of course dapat kung unsay nakabutang na due date ato jud siyang tumanon, no, ato jud na siyang i-hit, no, nga deadline, or else there is a consequences. For example, dawato na ko ang inyong assignment but graded na mo as 0. Yan ang mga tendencies. So need to ensure, no, nga imuha siyang gibuhat ang imuhang best, no. Okay. Di man kaya sa una na online no, face to face na if ever dili mo makapasa, no, kapit ang time dili mo makapasa, so wala jud na siya. Yan nagigyapon sa online, no. Kung unsay gi-specified na date and time, so you need to hit that, no. Imo dapat na siyang ipasa for that specific na date and time para maka-avoid mo consequences. Also uban pag nandi lang gid kayo bugat ng mga top mga quizzes, so maybe dawaton ako ang mga quiz pero there is a minus points na kay para fair pod sa uban nga naning kamot nga makapasa on time. Next is all provisions of the SU student handbook and class policies shall be applied, no. So I assume na all of you nakakuha na sa inyong CSU student handbook, no, kay I'm sa ako ang nakita, no, sa mga Facebook posts sa mga students, so they are getting, no, or claiming their student handbook at the OSAS. So basahon to ninyo, and kung unsay nakabutang sa student handbook maog dapat na maog yun gihapon na ang gi-implement sa different courses, no, in this university. Apply jud na siya, protocol na siya. Next is we'll be talking about the academic integrity, no. So for academic integrity, each student in this course is expected to abide the standards of academic integrity. So you are all required to commit, no, to academic integrity, to show respect for your own work and the work of your peers, no. So again and again, no, we have no control, no, sa inyo during since online man, no, online ang ato ang delivery primary delivery mode sa pagkakaroon. So we haven't have any control sa inyong kung sa inyong buhaton, no, during sa pag-comply niyo sa mga requirements. So I expect, no, makamo I think third year college naman ata mo karon, you are now in your junior level na. So you should abide with this academic integrity para ang imuhang grade is satisfied gid siya kung unsa ra pud ang imuhang nabuhat, no. So kung mabagsak ta, of course tungod na sa many reasons, no, maybe sa inyong kapabayaan or wala inyong gibuhat ang inyong best, no, sa pag-make sa mga activities, no, na ginahatag sa inyong instructor, no. And also you should respect, no, the work of your peers. Dili kay ndog manggaling, so halos pud tanan words, no, halos pud tanan idea is imo na siyang gipuha. So dapat dili nato na siya buhaton, no. Siyempre we should respect the work of your peers. Iyan ang ipaningkamutan, iyan ang gibilaran. So dapat imuhang idea is imuhang answer is dapat imuha jud idea, dili idea sa uban. So I hope na this is very clear, no, sa inyo katanan. We are every semester we are reminding all of you, no, for this academic integrity. Dapat ang imuhang grade is na-satisfy ra gid siya kung unsa ang imong nabuhat. Next is your answers to assignments, quizzes, laboratory exercise, exam, and other grade. Course requirements must be your own work, no? Own work, except for those requirements that explicitly permit collaborations. No? So, muna akong discuss sa ganina, no? Dapat ang imong assignment, tanan graded activities must be your own work. No? Dapat di na inansiran sa uban, pati mo ng idea. Okay. Puhon if you are going to graduate mo. Tapos manarbaho mo. So, kung dili ikaw nag-answer sa imong assignment and quizzes for that specific topic or courses, tapos mo'y imuhang na-applyan niya trabaho, so, maglisod ka. No? Muna siya yung consequences. Maglisod ka sa mo pag-solve o pag-deliver sa imuhang work na di-discuss man dapat na supposedly sa imuhang during college, but lagi dili man imuhang own work, so mo nang maglisod ka sa imuhang trabaho in the future. So dapat you should be imo dapat kuan sa imong kaugalingon na dili tungod sa grade is mga naka or dili na imuhang work, tapos di lang tungod sa grade para mapyan lang ko idea sa iya kay para ako grado. Yes, ako grado, pero pag abot sa pin or pag abot sa actual, no, hindi lagi imong idea, so maglisod jud gyapon ka. So useless lagi gyapon ang imong grades, no. So there are also requirements, no, course requirement, graded course requirements na nag-permit or itigaan mo og permission na mag-collaborate. For example, laboratory exercises in making laboratory reports, no? So kung mayon ko sa inyo as an instructor na okay, you can collaborate with your group mates on the idea on how these things works and how this laboratory exercise works, then create a laboratory report out of your collaborations. So kana pwede na siya, no? Pero pag quizzes, assignments na individual, bawal jud na siya, no? And collaboration such as discussing assignments with peers is allowed as long as it is specified in a particular teaching learning activity with corresponding evaluation measures. So muna akong discuss sa ganina, no? Collaboration is allowed if you are permitted or there is a permission from your faculty assigned or your instructor. Next is you may not share your answers or solution to graded course requirement with anyone else unless explicitly permitted by your instructor. No? So again, your work is your basis, no, sa imong grades. So ayon na i-share sa uban, no, kung unsa imong answer, even solutions, except otherwise moingon ko sa inyo nga okay, si certain student 1, since kay ikaw may naka-answer sa ato ang quiz, no, so I will give you a permission to share your solutions kung giunsa nimo ang imuhang giunsa nimo pag-solve ang kaning specific na problem. So by that makatag-o ka ng additional points, no, kung matadluan mo ang imong classmates, no, pwede siya yung no, and of course basta lagi man na ay permission sa instructor, pwede na siya. Pero pag wala ganin mong i-permit, you should not share your answers or solutions to other. Then this includes anything written by you as well as solutions provided in the course material. So you need to abide, no, the academic integrity with that with these provisions. No, academic dishonesty will not be tolerated, of course. Any students found to have participated in academic dishonesty will receive a grade of 5 in the course and may be subject to further disciplinary actions. Again, academic dishonesty. Again, since online ato ang mode of delivery sa inyong course, no, again wala mi kanang murag established jud na protocol on how to control you, kay dili sa kadaghan ba naman ninyo yun na makontrol, no? So academic dishonesty, for example, si student 1, no, na ay nag-substitute sa iya during sa pag-quiz, no? For example, iyang classmate gitaken siya og quiz, no? So that's an academic dishonesty. Of course, that is not tolerated. Pag masakpan or mahibaw na mo nga naing ana nga pamaagi, so you will be going to receive a grade of 5 automatically, bisan pag nag-midterm na ka o nag-finals, imong grade is nilapas na. But if you disobey, no, these provisions, no, so 5 biday imong grade, no? So that's an academic dishonesty, no? Fraud, no, or falsification, no? Pagbuhat-buhat sa imong laboratory exercises, wala nimo gi-conduct during sa field. So mahibaw-an na nako sa inyong outputs, no? So di lang po kung magsabaw sa ako pag-check, no? So pag masakpan ako na, so again automatically your grade will be 5, and you will be undergoing a disciplinary action, no, by the university. Another, no, the code of conduct prohibits students from committing the following acts of academic dishonesty. So ino niya kung discuss alay niya, no? Academic fraud or pagpanglimbong, no? So gilimbungan nimo ang imuhang instructor, no? Wala nimo gibuhat ang imuhang imuhang part, no, as a student, imong fraud, gibakakan, no, ang imuhang faculty, at the same time ang university na which is kung asa ka na enroll, which is ang CSU. So kung bilimbungan ko nimo as your instructor, so bilimbungan na po nimo ang Caraga State University. So another academic dishonesty is the engaging in activities that will dishonestly improve your results or dishonestly improve or damage the results of the others, no? So imong isabotahe, no, ang work sa uban, no? Tungod kay murag imong gisabot ba nga hala para dili ta maka-quiz karon, so ato ang ninong isabotage ninyo ang inyong sa classmate na naka-answer na, no? So isiod ba ninyo no, sa una kung face to face pa isiod ng papel, no, or sa pagkakanang sa karon maybe dili mo carbon o laptop, no, para di siya maka-take og exam, no? Kung manghiram man galing siya sa imong laptop, no? Ay nga na. So another one is the copying or allowing one's work to be copied. Falsification or fabrication, so mo kung i-discuss kanina, wala jud nimo gi-execute ang imong laboratory exercise, gibuhat-buhatan na nimong paper, gibuhatan na po nimong laboratory report. So that's a academic dishonesty. So again, if you do that, you will receive a grade of 5. Sabotage of others' work, no? Sabotahin nimo, and substitution. For example, mo niya kung discuss ganina, no? You are taking an exam for someone else, no? Take nimo siya kay crush nimo siya, no? So that's a academic dishonesty. Dapat kung siya ang enroll, siya ang take sa quiz, dili ang uban, no? And daghan pa klase for academic dishonesty. Basta kay pagmali, so that's a pagmali ang imong gibuhat, so that's a measure, no, on academic dishonesty. Part na siya sa mga academic dishonesty. So if you have any doubts about what constitutes a violation of academic integrity or any other issue related to academic integrity, please ask me, no, as your instructor. So pag nakay makita na imong classmate na nagdo o dili kaaya-aya or unnecessary, so you can ask me, no, na sir, ingani naitabo na something wrong. So you need I'm going to take over with that. Ako na din na siyang agi sa due process kung saan na sila pag discipline, no, sa as an instructor ninyo sa kanina course. So another we need to discuss or tackle all about the circulating or selling class materials. Unless otherwise stated, all the course materials and related sources are copyrighted by the instructor. Okay, so balita. Let's go to the circulating or selling class materials, no. Again, unless otherwise stated, no, all the course materials and related resources are copyrighted by me or the instructor of the course or the respective authors as indicated in the material. So sa inyong nabantayan kaganina, no, before sa tong pag-discuss sa to ang class orientation karon. So nanakabutan dito ang authors and contributors and copyright notice, no. So all of these materials are copyrighted by the university and me as the author of this material, no, for a specific topic. So unless otherwise stated na tinitigaan mo permission to circulate or to sell, no, the class materials, it's because there are instances, no, na there are mga websites, no, na for example Course Hero. So para makuha to nimong specific na file is you need to upload a certain file, no, so, if I'm not mistaken, no. So ang uban is ginagamit nila upload ni ang mga topic, no, sa certain course, then para makuha to nilang material, which is ilang imong references for their own benefit, no. So dili na siya pwede, no? Kaya wala mo tigaan og permission, no, na i-circulate na or ibaligya ang kanyang mga materials. So again, you are not allowed to circulate or sell any of these materials or resources. So if ever na mo nakitaan, no, upon your research, no, kung mag-research mo sa internet tapos course material subject, so kind of the so next, the accommodations, no, for students with disabilities, no. So if ever, no, if ever na ay mga students na na disabilities or na ay need tagalog ng this course or to take this subject, but again, no, it is important, no, ay dili na to pwede nga kung if ang certain student is na actually difficulties or disabilities is ato na siyang gina-deprive kung unsa ang iyang gusto aton. So pwede, no. Again, your access course is very important, but you need to submit your SWD and PWD certificate, no, as early in the semester so that we can have an adequate time to arrange or approve academic accommodations for your concerns, no. So kaya na may mga laboratory, syempre labi na karon kay online, so dili na ko makita, no, wala ta mo na meet personal, dili na ko makita dayon if ever na amoy mga disabilities, no. So para ma-justify, no, labi na karon kay online, so you need to submit your certificate, no, or dapat mahatagan ko ninyo copy na before ang semester, before dapat mag-start ang semester. So as early as now, if any one of you have this situation, no, so you need to inform me as your instructors to have a academic accommodations. If you need immediate accommodation for equal access, please inform me as your instructor in this course. Then let's go to the formative or summative assessment. So mao ni ang mga different type of assessment activities na ginahatag, no, sa isa ka course, no. So first is weekly reading assignment or homework, no? Reading assignments will be given to you in a weekly basis, no. This will help you to keep up the course materials, no. So mga reading assignments, no, of course kanang mga PDF file sa PowerPoint presentations, na apoy uban na homework, no, or for example pabasahon muna ko og isa ka provisions, no, isa ka material na makatabang sa imuhang learning, no, sa kaning subject. It also makes class activities and discussions more productive and engaging if you are prepared. Of course, no, dapat ready ta na sa any assessment na ihatag sa instructor. Of course, dili man po na basta-basta ihatag na wala mo nakasayod na type, for example mag-quiz di ay, so dili ko na mo na ihatag kung wala mo na inform as a student. Next is fora and workshops, or kanang mga forums, no. Discussion forums will be set up to allow you to easily give feedback during or after the delivery of a subtopic or topics, no. Graded discussion forums will include a question that each student must answer, no. You must first pose your answer to a question before being able to see the answer of your classmates. Your classmates might find it helpful to read your answer and might be helpful for you to read the answers of your classmates, no. Forums, no, kaya mga graded forums, no, na-under manata tamo na, no, sa subjects before. So I usually give forums, no, to assess your learnings, no. And para pud makabasa ang inyong classmates, then they can get an idea, no, okay, sakto day ang idea na ingani. So that's an interactive way, no, na maka-learn ta from the others' answers, no. So I'll be giving questions, no, for example in topic 1, so in 300 words or 2 bullets or 5 bullets, explain or discuss on what you have learned in the topic 1, no. So magkuan ka dito, magbutang first bullet, no, I have learned that blah 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 blah, this one is important, no, in hydrographic surveying, no. So mga ingana nga mga words, no. Of course graded na siya, ang depende na kay basahon na nako. Then another part is the workshops, no. It's a student-centered activity where you are to submit your own work about the topic or questions and then receive a number of submissions from the other students which you must assess anonymously according to the teacher's specifications. For workshops is may questions, isa ka certain na question din mag-answer mo, then ang uban nimong classmates is dapat mag-grade sila sa imong output. So si classmate nimo ang mag-grade sa imo, no, nga na ang workshops, of course with specific rubrics. Next is assignments, no. Assignments will be given to the students for each topic. It may consist of essays summarizing what you have learned about the topic or subtopic, a discussion about particular subject, no, covered in the specific topic, and it may also be a form of reports or term papers. Assignments na naipabuhat sa imuha si instructor, pero sa tuang case, no, maybe magpa-assignment ko og kana essay or a question or problem solving, so depende sa ako ang mabuhat na assessment for assignments. Then quizzes, no, quizzes or short quizzes will be given at the end of each topic or subtopic. It may also be given right after the completion of the reading assignment. Long quizzes will be given to cover 2 or more topics, and these quizzes will provide you opportunities to show what you have learned and to learn what you can improve. They will also give you feedback on your learning progress by identifying areas where you need more help, no, sa imong pag-take of quiz. So kung topic 1 do may kag score, so you need an improvement of that topic, so dapat magbasa ka dira og mas daghan or tutukan imo na topic tungod kay para pag exam or to midterm exam and final exam, so ma-cover up nito nimo ang mga imuhang wala kay nasantan, no, sa certain topic. Problem sets, so I'll be giving problem sets for this subject, no? Problem sets will also be given for you to practice in solving computational problems, no, covered by the course. So, may specific na situation, then you need to solve the specific problem. Dapat hanay po ang inyong hatag sa inyong solutions para mas dali siya checkan. Next is laboratory exercises, no? Are important part of this course. Ay since natin laboratory exercises. This will allow you to experience the practical applications of the theories or concepts that you have learned in the discussions or in the lectures. So, from the lecture, you may execute through laboratory exercises. Laboratory quizzes. So, naatay laboratory quizzes pod. So, this aims to assess what you have learned after conducting the laboratory exercises. Separate ni siya sa quizzes yun na mga short quizzes sa lectures. So, it may include questions on specific steps or procedures that were implemented in the exercises, in the laboratory exercises. So, maghatag po kung laboratory quizzes. Major exams, no? This is the important one, no? There will be 2 major exams of this course. The midterm exam coverage includes topics discussed from week 1 to 9. So, ang ika-9 muna siya ang midterms, no? And the final exam is comprehensive and covers all the course topics, no? So, depende sa ako if ever ingan niya akong i-implement. But, well-informed you, no? Kung i-comprehensive na ako ang exam work. Makasultira ko na kay during the implementation of the LMS, kita man ako ang inyong track, no, kung need ba ay comprehensive or hindi, no? So again, no, for major exams, so I am proposing to have a face-to-face midterms and final exam. So subject for approval pa to siya. So, kung mag-approve, so magkita-kita ta for midterm and final exams. So, grading practices and policies, no? All graded course requirements have corresponding submission or compliance deadlines, no? Again, kung dili makahit sa deadline, ay corresponding consequences. And students shall ensure that these deadlines are strictly followed, or else, again, there is a consequences, no? May mga daw. Only submissions compliance within the deadline will be graded. Opportunity for submission compliance beyond the deadline will be given to students with a valid reasons. No? Sa manang valid reasons, nasakit, no? Example, nasakit or na-hospital. So, you need to submit a proof of nga nasakit ka. For example, medical certificate or other mga natural occurrence, no? For example, bagyo, baha. So, that's a valid reason. But of course, you need to inform me as your instructor if that's the case. Sa bintahay, sa imuhang laboratory exercises, wala ka submit tungod kay bagyo. So, I'll be allowing you to submit the said activity. Pero pag wala yung valid reason, so wala, no? Makasubmit ka pero dili na malabot sa imuhang dili ka kasubmit, no, kay tungod kay human naman ang deadline, no? So only those with valid reasons has the opportunity to submit, no, even if late na. Then short quizzes that are given after each topics or subtopics can be attempted by the students only once, no? Kas-ara ihatag, tigaan na kag isa ka chance para maka-quiz or comply, no, sa quiz na assessment. In some instances, the instructor may allow the students to have multiple attempts, no? If ever ang katong quiz is naglisod yun ang tanan, no, or gamay ray nakakuan og passing score, so I need to reopen the quiz so that maka-apas ang tanan to 60% if ever, if that's the case. Then a score of 60% or higher must be obtained in order to pass the short quiz. So that's side naman mo ano, kapag sa engineering, so 60% atong passing score. Then, specific policy on laboratory exercises. No? Conduct of laboratory exercises is not optional. So, this is all required. No? Dili siya pwede nga, dili ko nga pila ng laboratory exercises kay init. So, di na siya pwede. No? Di na siya optional. So, this is required. Means to say that all students must perform this activity and must submit the corresponding outputs, reports, and worksheets. Only submissions within the deadline will be graded again. Late submissions will be accepted for course compliance but marked as 0. So, dapat mag-submit yun ka og inyong laboratory reports and laboratory outputs para dili ka ma-INC. Pero, kung late ka mo submit, 0 gyapon ang inyong 0 gyapon ang inyong grade, no? Unless otherwise i-extend sa imong instructor ang deadline. Then for grade workshops, a common rubric will be utilized during peer assessment to ensure fairness. So, sa workshops ni siya nga part, no? Para mag-grade mo sa work sa inyong classmates. So we will be having a rubric, no? We'll be having a rubric para mas fair ang fair ang imong pag-assess sa imong student, sa imong classmate ka. Then for reports, term papers, essays, and the like, a rubric will be utilized for grading. No? Same gyapon. So reports, term papers, and essays. So mugamit ko og rubrics, no, para fair ang paghatag sa inyong grade. Fair and systematic. So, students may request to take a make-up exams or quizzes by sending a formal request. No? For example, there is a valid reason na wala ka naka-take exam or midterm exam or final exam. So, to inform me na naaday kay nasakit day ka during sa katong schedule for midterm exam, you need to send me a formal request. Of course, pag may tag formal, dapat nakaplastado ang imong email, proper email indicate, no? So imo na i-send sa ako, then you are nag-indicate na you are asking permissions na kung makatake ka o midterm exam tungod kay na-kay valid nga reason. I-attach din nimo imong proof nga nung wala ka take. So since kay kuan man online man, so you need to send me via email. So example of evidence are scan or photo of medical certificate and indicating other reasons, no, why you missed the exam. Then students can view their progress in their underscore in each graded course requirements through the course LMS page. Separate official class records indicating the general weighted average or mean percentage score will also be provided to the students. No? So these are my part, no, na ihatag sa inyo or dili siya ihatag, no? Consult or maka-consult mo sa ako if unsa standing sa inyo score or sa inyo grade. So, then an INC is given only to the student whose class standing throughout the semester is passing, but no, pass ka pero naa kay kulang, no, from the word itself, incomplete, so naay kulang. Fails to take the major examination due to valid reason, no, na kay valid reason tapos wala ka take og exam, then ting pasa na og grado, INC ang ihatag sa inyo, or fails to complete all requirements for the course due to a valid reason and fails to conduct any laboratory exercises, no? Again, wala ka conduct ng laboratory exercises kay nabagyuhan mo, so and need na po mo submit sa instructor, so incomplete ang mahatag ng grade sa inyo. Then a student whose final mean percentage score falls at 55% to below 60, no, 55 to 60% shall be subject to instructor's evaluation. So in this part, kung fall inyong at the end of the semester mo fall ang inyong percentage score ani 55 to 60, i-evaluate ni instructor if there is a need for a removal exam, no? Kung naay need to have a removal exam, muhatag sa instructor, then mo take mo, tapos pag makapasar, no, if you pass the removal exam, you'll be given a final grade of 3, no? And if you fail, that means to say your final grade is 5, no? I hope na clear ni sa inyo, no? 55 to 60, i-assess na instructor if there will be a removal exam or not, no? Pag wala ihatag nga removal exam sa instructor, 5 ang grade, no? Pag muhatag siya, then that's the last chance for you to take, no? Na kung pasar ka, so you have a grade of 3, and if not, so 5 yung grade. So I guess padulong na ta sa mahuman, no? Kapit ta mahuman. So this part, no, I am going to discuss our rules, no? My role as your instructor, or my responsibility as your instructor, and your responsibility as a student, no? So what did you expect, no, from me as your instructor, no? So these are the expected rules, no, and responsibilities, my rules and responsibilities, no? First, I'm going to teach you the lessons, no? Katag ko magbuhat ko og pre-recorded lecture videos, magbuhat ko og materials such as PDF file sa akong PowerPoint presentation, to make sure na nasabtan ninyo ang isa ka specific topic of this course, no? So that's my responsibility. Then another one is the motivations for students, no? Katag kung i-motivate mo to study hard, to never give up, and others, no, na binag maka-encounter o kalisod ang student. So my rule to motivate you that everything will be all right if you are not going to give up, no? So if you have any problems, no, you can share with me, but in a specific platform, no? The next is provide learning materials such as PDF, no, PDF file sa lecture materials, no? Then guide you during the conduct of online class activities, including laboratory exercises. Then I'm going to provide, no, consultation hours, no? Kung if ever naman wala nasabtan sa ato ang discuss previously, consult a platform na akong ihatag later. Then next is implement various measures to test your knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation of the topics that have been discussed. So mao ni siya ang mga ipanghatag namo na assessment, no, nako nga assessment, such as quizzes, assignments, reports, laboratory exam, major exams, no? So kana nga mga measurements or assessment activities to measure your knowledge, no, or inyong nasabtan sa kana nga topic. Then I'm going to keep accurate records of your performance, no? I-check na ko ang inyong quizzes, inyong assignments, inyong laboratory exams, and record it, no, sa class record para mahatagan mo og grade after the semesters. So these are also your responsibilities and roles, no? So ni inyong akong gi-expect na inyong buhaton or inyong responsibilities throughout the semester. So this is very important, no? So you, the student, must study well, no? Dapat mag-study jud kay siguro, no, you must be think kana free tuition na mo karon, no? So si government is na siya nga nga program. So before kami pa dyan magbayad sa mga tuitions, then usahay dili ko siya makatake og exam tungod kay wala mi kabayad og tuitions, no. So sa karon, so you are very blessed and dapat thankful mo, no, na naingani na law, no, na free na ang education, no, free na ang tuition. So in exchange, of course, no, kay gifundan man mo sa government and nga makaskwela ang tanan. So in return, you need to study well, no, and perform to the best of your ability. Dapat mag-study jud, no, kay para makapasar, no? Kay wala may there is no reason, no, na mabagsak ka kung nag-study jud ka og sakto. Pero kung magpabaya ka, of course, there is a consequences after the semester. Next is to submit all the requirements in a timely manner, no? So if ever there is an assessment activity such as laboratory exercises, quizzes, assignments, and etc., so you need to submit all of that requirements in a timely manner. Now again, balik-balik ko na ko, if you missed, no, the specific requirement, no, so dili jud na siya ma-report, no, or naging na consequences. Example, minusan ka kay para to be fair of the others, no, nag-submit on time, no? So if you submit, no, sa dili sakto na oras and date, so again, it's either na-zero ka or ma-minusan ka. Then you need to uphold the university's mission, vision, and goals, no? Unsay goal sa CSU, no? Imong na siyang i-internalize, i-uphold sa imong self na you need to be this one para ma-maintain ang university's mission, vision, and goals, no? Then again and again, you should maintain academic integrity, no? Hindi na siyang permit yung naon na kung mali, so kuan na siya, nagi na siya corresponding consequences, no? Then be the best version of yourself, then, no, by studying smartly. So I know that you have various courses na gitake karon, no? For example, playing subjects karon, I think it's 8 or less than 8. So daghan jud nay pangayoon na requirements in different subjects. But if you are smart, no, in studying, no, nga dili lang ka mag-comply sa specific assessment, nakapit na ang deadline, no, tapos ito pa ka magkarakara to submit your requirements. So you should study smartly. Okay, so vacant na okal nga time, saglayo pa ang deadline sa isa ka subject, then do that, no, kay para dili na ka mag-cram pag abot sa deadline na, no? So yung ana. Then this is very important, the last but not the least, no, to learn beyond what is required. So dapat kasayod mo, no, na even me, no, I cannot dili na ko ma-promise na mahatag na ko or matakal na ko tanan important topics, no, in hydrography. It's because what is 2 hours every week, no, in discussing the specific topics, then 9 pagid ka buka tong topic. So it is really your responsibility na magbasa, no, dili lang magsalig kung unsa ang gihatag nako sa inyong learning activities or learning materials, no. Dili lang magbase sa PDF na akong gihatag sa inyo, ha. So you should also research, no, in your free time, ana makapadugang pa og knowledge sa inyo, no? And also basin dahil natay nga nga forum or no nga meeting next time na kinakita sir wala na sabtan, okay. So ang others nga ang classmates na naka-research na siya about hydrographic surveying, so maka-share siya sa iyang idea, no, during that class. So I'm encouraging everyone, no, to have an interactive semester. Dili lang kay puro lang ako ang istorya the whole semesters. So I'm very glad, no, to hear your ideas about the certain topic pag naamoy ma-explore. So I'm very welcome for that idea. So, for the course announcements, no, sa wala pa naka-visit sa ato ang course LMS, no, so kindly visit the GE113 Hydrographic Surveying na course LMS. Then sa pinakataas nga part is nakabutang dira ang announcement. So dira ko mag-post og mga announcements for mga importance, no, for example, padulong na ta midterm exam or naakoy pa-attenan sa inyong mga training or workshops, webinars, no. So diri na ko gina-post ang announcement. No? So naata sa course LMS. And other platform is the official Facebook page, no, through this link. So ang makita ninyo ani nga course LMS page is purely for information dissemination about the model updates, no? So dili ko magbutang dira lecture notes, dili ko magbutang dira og mga videos. So ang nara jud diri is purely, no, example, to all GE113 students, I have an update on the topic 2. So kindly visit your LMS page for an update, no. So ingana akong ginabuhat, no. Then course announcements, no, if ever padulong ng midterm exam, okay, it's because I'm hearing the sentiments of other students na dili dahil sila directly maka-access for LMS tungod sa ilahang internet connectivity. So mo nang si Facebook, no, namatay free Facebook. So makita ninyo dahil na okay na day update si sir, so I need to go to piso wifi or I need to go para makakita kong internet para makita na ko unsay update ni sir, no, para ma-avoid na to ng late submission, dili makatik quiz, so on and so forth, no. So para walay rason na dili maka-comply. Also in this Facebook page is I'm posting all about the Department of Geodetic Engineering updates, no? Course queries kung naay kalibugan or naay clarification sa lectures, you can freely message me with this official Facebook page. So this is also serves as a consultation for all your concerns. So sa mga consultation hours, di ba kalagyan na kamutang is I'm going to provide consultation hours. So you can directly message this Facebook page, no, kay mas dali na ko siya tanaw, no, ang mga messages sa Facebook page. So please you contact me, no, sa diri ara nga part sa mga academic related na mga activities, no, kay hindi na ako mabantayan sa labi na dili na ko friend sa Facebook, no, or siguro kuan man na mo siguro din na kuan sa messenger nga pag dili mo friend kapadulong sa message request, no. So pag message request dili din ako matanaw, so dili din ako ma-answer inyong queries or inyong gusto i-consult. So pag diri sa kanisya na Facebook page, so ma-answer din ako ang inyong question, okay, mo notify man dahil sa ako. And again, there is a possibility that I cannot respond you if you contact me through my personal social media accounts. So labi na sa academic concerns, no? Kaya lagi mabuta na siya sa message request, dili na siya mulargo pop up sa akong messenger. So I hope na clear ni sa inyo nga part, no. Again and again, kindly visit this Facebook page, no? Ay basta di na po ninyo maawon, so behind na mo sa mga updates. So this will be the grading system for this course, no. Since it's 2 units lecture and 1 unit laboratory, so the 70% of your grade comes from the lecture nga part. So under sa lecture nga part is nandira si midterm examination, final examination. So that's consist of 25% for midterms and 25% for final exam. 10% for quizzes and assignments, and 10% for graded forums na akong ihatag sa inyo. Then the 1 unit is for laboratory exercises, so that's 30% of the of your grade no, comes from laboratory exercises. So sa 13%, ang 15% is will come from the laboratory exercise outputs and reports. So that's 15%. And laboratory quiz or practical exams, so 10%, and problem sets, 5%. No? So all in all, we have a total of 100%. So dira mag-ingani ang pag-determine sa inyong grades after the semester. Then for grading system, so this is the official grading system no nga ang atong gi-adapt no, for the college-wide or the university. So 97 to 100, flat 1, 93 to 97, 1.25, 89 to 93, 1.5, 85 to 89, 1.75, 80 to 85, DOS, 75 to 80, 2.25, 70 to 75, 2.5, 65 to 70, 2.75, then 60 to 65, passing score, 3. No? And again, sa kung i-discuss sa ganina, 55 padulong 60, a grade of 4 or conditional. So, diri nga part, magkuan si instructor na if magpa-removal ba siya or hindi. No? So, magpa-removal, mo nang pag mapasar, mapadulong pa sa 3. And pag ma-fail, padulong pa sa 5. So, kung pag total na ko sa inyong grade, kung mag-below pag mo 55, then that's 5. No? Then, incomplete if naamoy na-miss. No? And drop is wala jud kay sulod-sulod, wala kay activities na naihatag, so that's drop. And for my consultation, again no, you can consult me through my FB page na akong gihatag ganina, and also you can chat me through LMS chat naman ang feature sa ato ang course LMS. Alright, so I guess that's end my presentation for the orientation of GE 113 Hydrographic Surveying. So, are there any questions from the student? Naabay questions? Naay pangutana? Or clarification about my orientation? Naaba? Okay, hilom kay tanong. Sige. Na-under ba ito mo before, no? Or kung na-under magaling ko sa nga subject? Last sem, no? Okay, so kailan yung kayo sa ako, no? So, ang GE 102. Okay. So, di na lang siguro kung magpa-introduction sa inyo kay last sem nag-uban nagkita man dyan punta. No, so hopefully by this semester no we will have a productive semester no. And again no, if you have any concerns and clarification about the subject, you can freely message me through Facebook page no para mas dali ato ang mas interactive ang ato ang klase no. So and I'm also hoping no to see you soon no on a face-to-face laboratory exercises. Hopefully no. So let's pray na ma-approve to siya and magkita ta during laboratory exercises and midterm and final exams. Okay? So if wala na ba question, sure na? Wala na. Okay. So again no, thank you so much no for attending for today's orientation. And maybe recorded naman kasagaran sa akong lectures no. So maybe I'll be setting Google Meet like this one if natin mga kamustahan or if ever na yung mga naglisod no para matudluan po ninyo ang inyong mga classmates no kay para sabay mo graduate po. Okay, so kung wala na, so thank you again class no for attending the class orientation. Okay, so kung wala na, sige. Okay, thank you. Bye bye.